Welcome back to a Zepcraft for Zepcraft episode 31. And as you saw there, we now have these emotes, and that's because 1.16 is here. So what we're going to be doing this episode is finally finishing and stocking the nuke shop and exploring the Nether. So we're now at the creeper farm, and that's because we need to check how much gunpowder we have, and that is a pretty good amount. That should be enough to begin to stock the store, and I will need to go and get some paper then as well. But for now we're going to put this stuff in here, because this box is pretty much what I'll be using for this episode. And as you can see in there is a golden helmet and some fire resistance potions for when we go into the Nether, because for some reason when I go into the Nether I always fall into lava. So let's go over to the shopping area, and once we get some paper we'll be able to stock the store. So we are back at the shopping area, and it doesn't seem that any of these plots have been filled in yet, so I'm not sure what's going on with that meat market over there. But let's take a look at the profits, because I haven't been on for a few days. 2 here. That's pretty good. And, oh, there's 2 in here as well. That's pretty good. So I already restocked the castle over here, so I don't think we sold anything, but we might have actually. Oh wait, we actually have 4 emeralds there, and I should probably not hold rockets so that I don't accidentally fire them. And nothing else. Okay. I probably could put the doors back on here too, because I don't know if people are still stealing the doors. So I pretty much finished everything on the inside of this. I will need to actually do something to the outside, because just this plain stone doesn't look good. But now I added some lanterns, got rid of all the torches, and up here I added some colored concrete for where the fireworks stars are going to go. So now I think we can start to stock this. And I'm not sure what price we're going to do for this first. I'm thinking 32 for 1 emerald with the rockets, but for the TNT that should be pretty expensive, because the thing is, people are probably going to be mass buying TNT so they can quickly mine netherite. I'll just be using beds, but I think people are going to want TNT, so I will need to decide a price on that. So I'm going to quickly stock this up, and then we'll be back to check the prices. So everything is now stocked, and as you can see here, there's now a sign on it, and I added one of these. So these are the prices that I decided for this stuff, and I know it seems expensive, but this stuff, at least the TNT, is hard to craft. So the TNT I went 2 for 1 emerald, just because of how hard it is to craft. It takes 5 gunpowder just to craft 1 TNT. So this is insanely expensive to craft, and that's why I'm charging a high price. And for the rockets I went with 16, even though that is pretty expensive. They have been in high demand, so I think people will pay for them, and most people are already rich. And then for these, because I ran out of gunpowder making the TNT, they are empty, so I will eventually stock those once I get more gunpowder, but I will have to AFK more at the creeper farm. So now I think we are ready to finally go and explore the Nether. And I'm not sure if anything changed near this area, but first we need to start collecting some of this stuff, because we will need that. And let's take a look. I will eventually need to put some of this away because obviously this is not exactly the best situation with all of this stuff that I have in my inventory. So I don't know if anything's really changed yet, except there's some piglins. We'll have to do some testing out with those, but I don't really think much has changed yet, at least in this area, so I'll have to go pretty far away to find something. So I'm going to just take a look around here, and then we can do some stuff in the new Nether on camera. So I pretty much brought all of this gold here, just in case the piglins would attack me and I would need to throw it at them to distract them. But I do kind of see what they would do if I were to throw this down here. Really? None of them want the gold? Piglin, take this. And nether bricks, so those are kind of bad. Let's try it again. I thought if you threw it on the ground they would pick it up, but it doesn't really seem to be the case. Should probably charge my phone too. There's some obsidian. So I'll probably just like place this down because we don't need that right now. So I think I'm just gonna go this way and see how far you would really need to go to find a new biome. And there aren't really any lava lakes in this direction, so I think that should work. And after flying around for a little bit, we have already found our first new nether biome. So I am going to take a little bit of this stuff. I'll probably take some of this too. And these shroom lights are really what I'm going to be looking for because those will make really good light sources. So my inventory's full, so I'm gonna get rid of something. And there's an enderman. I'll just put down the ender chest. And get some of stuff out from this one here. And basically any kind of nether items I pick up, I'll just throw in this shulker box. So now we can take a look around the biome here. And there's an enderman right there. Don't look at it. So it's pretty much just a bunch of mushroom trees with endermen in them. So I might take more of these little mushroom things, because those are basically saplings, and those will grow the trees. I also want to get some of these, because these are actually very useful if you bone meal them. Wait, did I even collect any? Okay, there we go. Twisting vines. It's basically scaffolding that you can bone meal. So I don't really think anything else is over here. 2 ghasts. Oh. And that one despawned, and that one just disappeared. So I think if I just keep looking in this direction, I should find some of the other biomes. So I'm just going to keep going. So I am in the Soul Sand Valley now. And something's shooting at me, those skeletons. So I'm gonna collect some of this. Let's kill the skeletons. And I looked at an enemy. is it? And they're both dead. So let's heal up quickly. I'm trying to collect some of this soul soil, and I don't think I have any inventory space. This biome is definitely much more dangerous than the forest, though. There's ghasts and skeletons everywhere. And the thing is, I'm really trying not to die. Because if I die, it's going to be very difficult to get my stuff back. There we go. I can finally put stuff in here. It doesn't dig very fast though. The soil. But I'm sure that's because they want you to put netherite on your shovel so that it will work faster. And now that we aren't collecting resources, we can actually defend ourselves. I'm not sure why there's so many endermen in here either, because there really shouldn't be that many. And there is some basalt as well, but I'm not going to collect that because now you can make basalt generators, and I will be using those. So because my fire resistance potions are running out, I am going to start heading back to the original portal. And I just looked at an enderman again. Let's get away from the lava. So I'm going to be heading back towards the original portal. Where is this ghast? Up there. Let's get rid of these guys. So yeah, I'm going to be heading back, and we can take a look at what we got, and I'll be looking for those other two biomes later, but right now it's not very safe to travel across the Nether. So let's get out of here. So we are back from the Nether, finally. It took a little while to get back, but I took a screenshot of the coordinates. So let's take a look at our stuff in here. I didn't need to use the last fire resistance potion, which was pretty lucky. But we basically got some gold, which is pretty good, and a lot of this warp stuff, and shroom lights. Well, one shroom light. But I will be going back eventually to get more of those, and hopefully other people who are much better at surviving in the Nether will go and get those and then sell them here. So now what I think we are going to be doing is going back to the base and work on a basalt generator. So we are back at the castle, and I got out the supplies that I need to make this. So I am going to put it on the back wall of this tower for now. I might move it later if we need more room for whatever farm I decide to put in here. But this shouldn't take up much space at all, really. If I put it so that the lava flows this way, I would need to put it right here. I mean, right here. And then that goes there, and this goes here, and then the lava goes over there. But we need to surround this first. There we go. So I'm going to cover up that for now. And I'll do that so it's brighter, but I think this should actually work. If I just leave a little opening here, that makes it really easy to get it, and then there's a low chance of anything falling into the lava. But I might want to put something on that side. Might have to figure that out. But for now, that should work. So we are back at the castle shop, and that's because I collected some basalt here, and I think we should be able to sell it. So I'm going to put it in these chests here, because these are kind of like right in the center, and I'll move the stone over to here. Because the stone is pretty popular, but I think this will actually sell. Although other people might be doing the same thing that I am. But it is still annoying to just sit there at one of those generators, because it does take a long time and it takes durability on your pickaxe. So I'm going to just do that, and then I'll put some signs here for it. So let's put some signs here. So I'll say 32 basalt for 1 emerald. And then I'll put one here. 2 stone for 1 emerald. So that should be good. So there's one more thing that we need to do in this video, and that's try to grow some of these. So right now I'm just going to do it here, but I'll eventually just take this whole thing down. And let's see how easy it is to get one of these to grow. It's pretty easy, it looks like. That grew pretty quickly. I will need to take some scaffolding out to get up there. And I made a diamond hoe just for this, so let's see how well this works. Yeah, this is definitely much faster. I'll have to put some enchantments on this then, like Unbreaking, but for now this is pretty good. And wait, what happened here? Seriously, that broke through? How is that even possible? It can destroy blocks now? Well, that's stupid. Now I'm gonna have to fix this. I did not realize that that was even possible. And this is the tool that you would use for the shroom lights as well. This thing grew really tall, so I'll need to put full blocks then. I guess it was able to grow through it because they're slabs. Because it did not grow through any of the full blocks here, it only grew through the slabs, so that's definitely interesting. So I'm going to collect all of these, but then I think that's going to be it for this episode of SF Craft. Thanks for watching this episode of SF Craft. So today we didn't really get a lot done with building, but we got to explore the new Nether, and we got to collect some stuff from the Warped Forest, and we got some soul soil from the Soul Sand Valley, and we also made a basalt generator. So even though we didn't get a lot of stuff done with building, this was still an interesting episode, and we got a lot done anyway. So thanks for watching this episode of SF Craft. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in episode 32.